Thank you to Halliday AI for sponsoring this video. We've all watched science fiction movies and seen the technology that you know is like never going to happen. We're not gonna suddenly push a button and warp to another location. Sometimes in the movies, you see technology, you're like, that seems like something we could have. Something that could actually exist in the real world. We've seen the glasses in Minority Report, but we never really got something like that. Instead, we got these big goggles that kind of gave us a glimpse of the future, but never gave us the full future. All right, so I've got these all new smart glasses from a company called Halliday. And these were a huge runaway hit at CES. And actually they were so big, they went on to become actually the most backed AI glasses ever on Kickstarter. If you spend time on Kickstarter, you know there are a lot on there. So it's a pretty big deal for Halliday. And one of the things that stood out to me, I think the biggest thing about them is they don't look like typical smart glasses. They look and feel like a regular pair of glasses. Kind of understated design, extremely lightweight. It just looks normal. Halliday, and the reason they were the most funded AI glasses on Kickstarter history, for a few reasons. I think the biggest one is what they're calling their Digi-Window display technology. You've probably seen a lot of glasses similar that kind of project images on the glass itself. It's called a waveguide system. And for a lot of ways that works, but what happens with those, if you get a lot of sunlight coming in, you get bleed. It can also be really distracting if you're trying to look or talk to somebody and things are coming constantly across your eye. So what Halliday's done with their sort of Digi-Window technology is they're using a micro LED, like a really teeny tiny micro LED to create a discrete kind of virtual screen in the upper kind of right field of view, which serves a few purposes. First, it's completely invisible to others and you until you glance up. The Digi-Window display is also gonna adapt to each person using it. It's gonna let you do sort of horizontal and vertical adjustments. You can actually physically move it to match individual eye spacing. I think with something like this too, comfort is a giant deal. They've got adjustable nose pads to make sure that the viewing angle is working well for you, and also it's not gonna dig into the side of your nose. The display sits out of your main line of sight, so this can totally replace your just normal glasses, giving you all the perks of AR, but also letting you sort of use them in a normal glasses sense, that looking like you've got a pair of technology sitting on your face. Halliday claims the AI glasses have up to 12 hours of battery life. I've only been able to test these in all fairness for a very limited time, but for me that benchmark is usually just getting through a workday, and these can do that. So the next thing that I want to try is how easy it's actually to use. Let's do something that at least I do many times throughout the day, probably you do too. Just respond to a text. So the notification window pops up, and I can see right away exactly what it is. I even have some pre-filled AI response I can use to respond quickly, which I thought was actually really neat and surprisingly useful. So I can use the tempo controls on the side here, or I can use a companion ring. This is actually a really interesting way. While it sort of might not be for everyone, I already wear a smart ring, so I don't really give it a second thought. There's definitely a learning curve to remembering the gestures and what this does. It's pretty cool once you actually get the hang of it. It allows you to have level of control. It can be really more subtle and discreet instead of using your voice or tapping on the glasses themselves. And it's really simple design. It's got a button on it that I can press, I can double tap, and also it's touch sensitive, so I can swipe up, down, left, or right, and it happens very naturally. On the other hand, it does kind of feel like an extra step, something else you have to charge and put on. But you'll just see notifications as they come in, then using the AI to quickly respond to a few taps is really useful and kind of like a step above what you can do with an Apple Watch. For those times you want to see a message really quickly, respond, and move on, the glasses serve that use case absolutely perfectly. All right, so I've got this set up. I can respond to a text. What else can I do? The tech in the glasses is cool and kind of a new way to do it. But like most things, it pairs with an app that can enable even sort of more functionality. This might be one of the coolest, Halliday's translation feature. You can instantly see translations of what others are saying displayed in your Digi-Window, which is really helpful for understanding conversations in foreign languages, obviously, even if you can't speak them. You can also do a lot of customization inside of the app. You can change the ringtone and alerts. You can adjust the brightness, even a silence mode. They've got gadgets, kind of like widgets too. You can pick how you want to do it. Control the rapid button, what it's going to do, whether you want translation or AI or just an audio memo. You can also, inside of the app, set quick replies to messages. So things like can't talk now or call you later. So you don't take out your phone to do that replying. We're about to have a video meeting. I'll have to be able to sort of take some notes and also reference some notes on video pitches that I've prepared. We have these pitch meetings about every week, sort of get our videos ready for the upcoming 10 days. The Halliday AI glasses, this instance, I think make things a lot easier. So there's no camera built in here, which I think is really good in some ways and a limitation in others, but it does have a built-in microphone. And I can pretty discreetly record the meeting. They even go back and reference the recording or check out an AI-generated summary later on. That alone I thought was nice. But it's kind of what else it does I thought was pretty cool too. I'm able to activate Halliday's sort of proactive AI agent, sort of put it to work for me. It's always able to sort of listen, analyze conversations. So a question comes my way, it can help me come up with an answer relatively quickly. So this next one, it's called Cheat Sheet. Do with it what you will. But let's say you want to create like a grocery list in your Halliday app. It instantly syncs your digit window display, letting you check off items at your shop without pulling out your phone or juggling a paper list. It's a way to kind of show notes or to-do lists or reminders discreetly in that window. While you can't listen to music on the glasses, there's speakers built in, it's definitely not going to sound as good as proper headphones or even your phone speaker. But just to be clear, these are more geared towards productivity than they are like playing games or watching movies. If you're looking for a movie theater on your face, like this is not going to be the solution, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's important to set your expectations for what the glasses can do. All right, so the video's almost done. I'm getting hungry. Some restaurants that opened up by our studio. I want to get some directions on where to go. A note about me is really bad to the directions, so I GPS myself everywhere. And in concept videos, I've always portrayed smart glasses being able to sort of put directions right to the real world, augmented reality style. And while this isn't an AR experience with a big floating arrow on the corner of the street, it does give me hands-free navigation directions right to display. I think the best way I can kind of describe it is like a smartwatch, like souped up. It's here to complement the full phone experience in a way that tries to be, I think, more stylish and discreet. All right, so back to that original question, like are smart glasses here to replace your phone? Absolutely not, at least not yet. I'm not ditching my phone anytime soon, but smart glasses are actually worth it in 2025. And what the Halliday glasses offer, I think is the best part of a mini display with the smarts of an AI assistant. This is not going to be, or is it trying to be at all, your smartphone replacement. It's not a one-to-one equivalent, but is a really awesome companion, especially if you want to be more hands-off with your phone, generally throughout the day. And if you want to learn more about the Halliday AI glasses, check them out at the link below. If you're interested in the world of wearables and the future of smart glasses, this is the most unique approach that I've seen to this world. I think Halliday absolutely nailed it.